Welcome to this chat about success on the spectrum. I'm Dr. Christine. I'm on the autism spectrum and I have ADHD. And we're going to talk today about strategies for coping with autistic burnout. I chose this topic this week because I'm in the midst of it. So before I get into it, please take a quick second to hit that subscribe button and to hit the bell so you'll get notified when I go live. When you subscribe to a YouTube channel, it's like supporting a small business, but it doesn't cost you any money, and that's going to allow me to continue to bring content for you to help people like me and you have more success on the spectrum. So welcome, you're in the right place. So what is autistic burnout? It's not a diagnosis. It's a term used to describe the state of physical, mental, emotional exhaustion that can be very common in neurodivergent people. So because our brains and nervous systems really function differently in how we process information and how we process stimulation, both from the outside world and from our bodies, it's not uncommon to reach a state of overload. And then the symptoms, so even though the overload is happening in the brain, the symptoms could be felt in your physical body. It could be like aches and pains. It could be mental exhaustion. It could be physical exhaustion. It can look like an extreme difficulty in focusing or organizing your tasks. And it's thought that it's brought on just by an overtaxation of the brain and nervous system due to processing all this sensory input. And on top of that, living in a world that is not designed for neurodivergent people. So we're constantly masking, accommodating, trying to fit into a system that may not feel friendly for our needs. And that becomes very stressful, physically and mentally. So when you're in the midst of autistic burnout, you may find it even harder to communicate your needs, which kind of adds to the spiral. You're not able to find the words to tell what you need from other people. It can be difficult to force yourself to take a break because, face it, we're pretty goal-oriented, action-oriented society. You know, it's hustle, do, achieve. And so it can be very difficult to give yourself permission to stop and get off of that cycle for a little bit. You may feel changes in mood if you happen to be prone to anxiety or depression. Those are probably going to flare up during an autistic burnout. So any symptom that you would consider a negative one of being neurodivergent tends to flare up during an autistic burnout. So what can you do about it? I mean, obviously to help prevent it is always the best thing, but again, we're not always in control of our environments, and we do need to live in this physical world no matter how much it bombards our senses. So do what you can when you're not in burnout to communicate with people what kind of needs you have and to structure your environment to be supportive to you and to choose what activities you say yes to and which you say no to. But of course, burnout still can happen. So if you're in the point where it's already happened, this is what you can do. Newsflash, good old-fashioned rest and relaxation. So it's okay to take a break. It's okay to take your foot off the gas pedal. If all the energy you have to give is 50% of your usual amount of energy, and you're giving that 50%, you're still giving 100%. You're giving 100% of what you have by giving that 50%. So it's perfectly okay to take a break physically and mentally. Try to get more sleep. Make sure that you're meditating each day, even if it's only for 10 minutes. Okay, another thing is sensory regulation. Sensory overload is common in the neurodivergent mind. So now is a great time to turn off notifications on your phone. Set it aside. Turn down things that cause external noise. Wear a pair of sound-canceling headphones. Maybe put an eye mask on. Make sure that you're wearing comfortable clothing. Whatever you need to do to decrease the amount of sensory information that your brain has to process. Okay, another thing is to get some exercise. Moving your body helps to relieve the stress, the tension that is going on in your brain. That energy that's in your brain needs an outlet, and moving your body is the best way to do that. Now, that might sound like it contradicts the advice to rest. You pick what feels right for you. Your body knows what it needs. So if you're feeling physical exhaustion, you might just want to do something gentle, like some stretching on a yoga mat. Take a nice walk, but not necessarily for fitness, just to enjoy nature. Something that's gentle. Now, if your stress burnout is felt more in the mind, in your brain, you might have a lot of pent-up energy, then your body needs to move. Maybe you need to run, maybe you need to dance, maybe something more intense. So listen to your body knows what it needs. Try to make it fun, because if you can like laugh or exercise with a smile on your face, you get an extra dose of feel-good brain chemicals. Okay, also let the people around you know that you're temporarily feeling some burnout. This will not last forever, and I know that they want to support you, and it will also just help avoid confusion or misunderstandings if you just let somebody know, hey, I'm in the midst of feeling some burnout. I'm gonna take it easy the rest of the day, or I'm gonna postpone doing XYZ task until Monday. Just be clear in your communication. I think that if you speak confidently and clearly, it's more likely that the people around you will understand and do whatever they can to support you. Okay, mindfulness. I mentioned meditating just a moment ago. Mindfulness meditation, it's like giving your brain the physical rest that your body also needs. Your brain also needs rest. So mindfulness meditation gives your brain that break. And don't be fooled into thinking that you need to be able to sit quietly and clear your brain of all thoughts and not fidget or move. You don't need to worry about any of that. Mindfulness meditation interrupts the cycle of overthinking, ruminating, problem solving, and your brain just needs a break from that once in a while. Okay, therapy or coaching. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, this is where a therapist or a coach can help you with coping strategies, can help you with looking at alternative ways to view the situation of what's going on. Sometimes it can be helpful just to verbalize these feelings that you're feeling that have pent up over time. You might be able to learn some tangible skills like time blocking or time management or organizational skills that can help keep your environment more stable, more peaceful, less stimulating to your system. Okay, those are the strategies I use when I'm feeling burned out, but more importantly, I practice those things daily to help prevent burnout, because I'd much rather try to prevent it than deal with it after it's happened. You only need to give what you are able to give. You are enough, and your worth is not determined by the amount of work you did today, or the money that you earned, or what other people think of your accomplishments. You are enough right now. All right, my friends, thanks for being here. Before you go, please subscribe. I'll see you next week.